What is going on, everybody? My name is Reese. I am a Forex student, trader, and networker within IM Academy. I have been here since 2017, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this event, where we will be discussing IM Academy's educational platform. As we all know, the world of Forex trading is one that is constantly evolving and can be often overwhelming for beginners. This is where IM Academy comes in, providing a comprehensive educational platform that enables traders to enhance their knowledge and skills in the Forex market. At IM Academy, we believe that education is the key to success in the Forex trading. Our platform offers a wide range of live courses, tutorials, recordings, webinars, taught by seasoned professionals with years of experience in the industry. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, our platform has something to offer, with courses tailored to different levels of expertise. But IM Academy is not just about learning. It is also about networking. We understand the importance of building relationships in the Forex industry, and our platform provides a space for traders to connect, share ideas, collaborate with a global community of traders. You can tap into the wealth and knowledge and experience and learn from others' successes and failures. At IM Academy, our goal is to provide a comprehensive educational platform that empowers traders with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in the Forex market. With a focus on education, networking, and traveling, we are committed to helping traders achieve their goals and reach their full potential. So I invite you all to explore IM Academy's educational platform, networking, and traveling opportunities, and discover how we can help you succeed. Now, before I bring Tyler on for the Academy overview, I just want to share a couple of my favorite quotes from Bob Proctor. Rest in peace. Set a goal to achieve something that is so big, so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. If you know what to do to reach your goal, it's not a big enough goal. Thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you'll hold it in your hand. If you want to change the fruits, you will first have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. The only limits in our life are those we impose on ourselves. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Success is not a destination. It is a journey. And our last one, your results are a direct reflection of the choices you have made. If you don't like your results, make different choices. All right. And now I will pass the call off to Tyler, and he will start off the Academy overview.
What is going on, everybody? What is good? What is good? I'm just going to spotlight myself here. There we go. Reese, it's a pleasure working with you and Gail. This has been an amazing 3 years for me personally. I'm a little bit about myself. I mean, I've been trading for probably about 7 years now. I've been trading well for about 2. So, I mean, I've learned the wrong way to do day trading. Not that this call is not specifically all about trading. There's a lot more that goes into this company than just, the whole day trading aspect of it. But it's just really about, when it came down to it, it was really about, community and having, mentors to ask questions. Now, when he's giving you that overview about what this company is all about, I mean, it goes right to the very top, to the CEO and founder. Now, if you're skeptical at all about the people at the top taking all the money, the CEO of this company does not take a paycheck. He does not make one dime off of the company. He is a very successful trader, and he doesn't take any money from the company. That was the thing that really set me off about the company, is that this is a passion project for him. So Chris Terry literally wanted to teach people how to trade. And it started out with just trading. So, it started out with one educator. It was him, and he's slowly, now we're over 100. And it was just him teaching people and trying to figure out a way to get people who couldn't afford to put money into the markets to better their lives, because he was so successful at it. He just wanted to get people to that point. So, then he figured out a way to, all right, so maybe we can help them, make money with referring people and networking. They can use that money to put in their trading account. And that was his vision. And still to this day, he's wildly successful, and he's just literally trying to help people. Still does not take a paycheck. You can look it up. It's crazy. So it's a multiple billion-dollar company. So I'm just going to go through this presentation, and then I'm going to pull back, and I'm gonna probably go off on tangents here, and I can ask questions if you guys have questions at the end. But basically, we're just gonna kind of show you that this call is about opportunity. Sorry, my charts are still up here. I got to get back to my. Let me go back to the very beginning. Sorry, hold on. First slide. So, welcome to IM Mastery Academy. This whole goal is to become sufficient enough where you can live anywhere in the world, do whatever you want, and stop trading your time for money. A lot of us we're stuck in that rut. Like for me personally, I was wildly successful in the music industry in the city that I was in and across Canada. So I've been DJing for my entire life. I still DJ. I still have multiple companies, but I found out really quick that everything that I had to do everything in my life that I was making income from was from one thing. So when the big C word came around in 2020, I was DJing for the Edmonton Oilers, the Edmonton Eskimos. I had an agency across Canada. I was playing at like music festivals like EDC, Burning Man. Like we were producing music. I had number ones on Beatport like once a month. We were wildly successful. I was doing really well financially. And then all of a sudden, the C word happened, and all of my businesses, I had 5, all of them were in music and entertainment. And we all know how hard that industry got hit during the pandemic. And I went from making a lot of money to literally dancing was illegal, and that was my job, was to be the party and to make people dance. And then even my agency, like that was their, the people who were on the agency, that was their job, to go and make people dance and have a good time and throw events. So that really made me check myself and realize that I had too many eggs in one basket, because I was panicking. I had an overhead of $6,000 a month for my businesses, for all equipment and this and that, and my business and my car. And I kind of over leveraged myself. Like I had so much money coming in that I thought the gravy train would never end. So I learned really quickly after, I think it was about like 6 weeks into, clubs being shut down, that I needed something else, because nothing is secure. I thought that the fact that I had 5 businesses that I owned, I was CEO of all of them, I only had partners in one of them. I'm like, I can never get fired. Like I'm the owner. Like I don't have to ever worry about money. That was my perception. But when your clients go out of business, there's not really a lot you can do. The money still stops, and the government doesn't really help you when you're, a businessman. It's not like you're going to be able to get that kind of support as if you were just like working at McDonald's or whatever. So it was tough. It was tough on me, and I needed to find something quickly. Now I've already been trading for, like I said, 5 years prior to that, maybe 4.5 years at that point. But I wasn't successful at trading, and I should have been. I spent close to $10,000 on trading courses, and I barely knew risk management. Like it was just the first course I got, it was $5,000. It was a course from Mark Shazwin, the pattern trader. You can look him up. He sent me like all these books, and I was supposed to analyze these trades in like these books and highlight them. I retained zero of that information. At the end of about 3.5 months of me trying to learn this stuff, I got half an hour with the guy on the call. I had about 50 or 60 pages of questions for this guy because I had still no idea what I was doing, and I just spent $5,000. And half an hour, pretty much, he must have had a timer out. When it was like half an hour was done, he's like, well, cool, Bushy, best of luck. Have a good day. And that was it. And I'm like, wow, I still like have no idea what I'm doing. So I went to other courses and more courses, ended up spending close to 10 grand, like I said, to the point where I almost just gave up for a while. And I really just focused on my other business. Now, this was before COVID. And then, once COVID happened, I just dove into this head first. I had never really understood what this company was, but there was an amazing person who is a teacher still in this academy. His name is Patrick Kenny. I had no idea how I was going to pay my bills. I still was not confident about my trading. I'm like, look, I'm just going to go to this one person's class and I'm going to listen to what he says, because you have to understand that even if you're a beginner, when you're going to watch these teachers that are in this education, which I'm going to go over in a second, these people are there and they actually are telling you where they're trading, the areas, why they're trading there, and they're teaching you their strategy. So not only are these people who are seasoned professionals showing you exactly where, not exactly where, but like the where-ish they're getting into the market. And so as long as you can, count to 10, you can pretty much figure it out. That you can figure out the market ideas. They're teaching you their strategy. They're showing you where they're getting in and out of the market and how you can find that stuff yourself. They're teaching you how to not need them anymore. So all I did is follow that guy for the first 9 months of the big C word. And he went on a winning streak. He didn't lose a trade in 4.5 months. It's pretty accurate to how he is right now. He wins most of his trades. And I did really, really well. It paid for all my bills until I figured my life out, until, I got deeper into really understand trading so I could do it for myself. Now I follow the guy still to this day. And I owe him, I'm very, very grateful for that guy. But that's what you can do on a scale for these teachers. You can show up when you don't know anything about them. You can follow them. You can learn why they're doing what they do. And then you can apply that, and you can, if you know what you're doing, you can instantly start making a profit if you feel comfortable doing it at that time. You go and you use a demo account until you're up to par, until you are comfortable personally. You don't risk any money. And after you follow them for a while and you know what you're doing, you can then transfer that knowledge over and you can trade real money, and you can start, making a side hustle that way. Just wanted to go over that part first so people can really understand the power of this. And then I'll get back to the slideshow here. So that's the story. We empower people. We empower people to make money so they're not locked into their time. They're not locked into a location. I'm currently in Vietnam right now. It's pretty amazing. I only have to really come back. I have a business, a DJ business back home, come back for 3 or 4 months of the year, do that, and then we go traveling again. And I make money while I'm on the road doing trading and doing the marketing with this company. See, there are, a few different ways people make money, and people really have to understand that, 60% of people, they're working for other people. And when you're working for other people, you're literally just trading your time for money. Now, if you're just trading your time for money, there's a limit that you can hit. You can only make so much money. It doesn't matter if you start making double time or whatever. If you're working at a place that has overtime, then you just start getting taxed twice as much. Like I've been down that road as well. Then there's 35% of people who work for themselves. That's also an option. But then if for any of those people that own a business like I did, when you're working for yourself, like you're working a lot more than 8 hours a day. Like I was working probably 15 hours a day, Monday to Friday easily. And then like on the weekends, I would still be putting in like at least 8 hours on Sunday, Saturdays, I'd probably be doing 15. So, it's great. You got to deal with a lot of stuff. Working for yourself is an amazing thing if you own a business and it's successful. But pretty much in a lot of places, especially in Canada, if you own a business, they're setting you up to fail. They're making it really, really hard for you to be profitable just because of all like the loopholes they make you jump through, the taxes. Trust me, I've been through all that. Completely different discussion. Then you have the business owners. Now, business owners is different from working for yourself. That is like an actual, you know, the 4%, what this is talking about are people who own businesses that are just self-sustainable. They are not involved. You have managers that are running this. You have assistant managers, and you have money flowing in residually from that business that you started, that you just own it. So that is 4% of the population, and the 1% is the investors. 1% is the investors, and you know that is just taking your money and creating more money with it, essentially. So I don't know what what your vision is on where you want to be on this chart. I'm kind of sitting in right in between here. Obviously, you know, there's other things that people like to do, and some people love their jobs, and that's okay if you have a job that you love. The goal is for what we're doing is to start this out as a side hustle. You know, once you get to know it, once it starts overtaking how much money you're making at your main hustle, then it's, you know, it's time to make a transition if you want to. So this is kind of a different chart, just showing people 96% of the people are the M1s. They're trading their time for money with the job. Then we got the M2s, 3% of people. This is kind of like lumping all the other things into different categories. You know, they're investing money for their money, making money off of their money. And then M3 people, the 1% of people, are getting multiple streams of income from all different kinds. So IM Center, this is the place where you come in, no matter what you are doing. You can learn how to day trade. You can learn how to study the stock market. You can learn how to really up your social media. Like if you want to be a social media influencer, you can open an online store. Like ECX is e-commerce, where they teach you how to set up an online store. They teach you there's algorithms that show you the best products with the best spreads. So you don't even have to pick your own products. You can go and just see what's selling. And there's updates, there's live classes where they give you updates being like, these are really hot sellers this month, this time, last year during Christmas, like these sold a lot. These are the highest profit where drop shipping is a very cool thing, is because you never actually pay for any products at all until the product is sold. So you're not risking any money at all whatsoever. That's a whole other discussion. We're not going to go too far into that, but that's another way you can make money as well. We'll go over that in a second. Secret Weapon, the Go Live is the absolute best thing that has ever happened to me. That is where you go and you see the educators and you see the people who are professionals. This is what I was talking about when I was following Patrick Kenny, and he was, you know, telling you where your trades are, and like where he is trading, where he's getting into the market, where he is getting out of the market, and he's giving you those market ideas so you can learn his strategy. And once you learn his strategy, I mean, you know, it's game over for you. You can do this wherever you want. He's always saying, this is using him as an example, but he's always saying that he's teaching you how not to need him anymore. So it's not like something that he is actually just wanting you to be a lifetime member, even though it's hard once you're actually into this. It's really, really like the value is so much that, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years and I can trade by myself at this point, but I'm still learning every single day. I'm constantly leveling myself up by being surrounded by people who are doing the same thing as me. I'm surrounded by hundreds of people who are day trading and, you know, talking about trading stocks. We have Carolyn from on SFX, who's like on MSNBC teaching people about Fibonacci. It's wild, the credibility we have in this company for the teachers and educators. It's absolutely insane. There's also, for people who don't have that much time and you want to stay connected, there is Swipe Trades, Swipe Coin. Those are just 2 examples. This is literally where if there is a trade idea, it will get sent to your phone telling you opening price, closing price, where you know, these market ideas, are popping up. So if you can get trades, you can analyze the trades on your phone. You just get an alert and be like, all right, this looks like a trade that I think I want to take. And once you look at them, they've been analyzed by a person and an algorithm when these are coming out. So it's not like you're just getting an algorithm spitting out trades at you. You're actually getting a person who is a professional trader who has already looked at the trade and they've like approved it. So if you're getting any of the trades, I know people who only trade Swipecoin in this, and that's all that they do. And they do very, very well in their trading accounts, just using that one thing. And this is just a bonus that some people don't even take advantage of. The different ways you can make money in this company is absolutely crazy. The one thing too is when people talk about crypto, people talk about the stock market, people talk about day trading. They're like, oh, like I've had my friends hit me up when the NASDAQ was crashing and Bitcoin was crashing, and they're like, oh, well, you must not be doing so good lately. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? This has been the greatest month of my life. We've known that this crash is coming. We've been talking about this crash, and all we do is press a different colored button when it goes down. Like literally, it's not, if the market is going down, for profitability, it makes absolutely no difference to us if the market goes up or down. We make the exact same kind of money. All it is for me is a red button instead of a blue button. My screen's blurred, so you can't really see it, but there's a blue button and a red button. The only difference to me is that if the market is going down, and I think the market is going down, I hit the red button. And the entire time the market is going down, I'm making profit. So I'm trading those shares for a price of lower shares. We can get into that at another time. So these are all the different academies. I'm going to quickly run through this just because I don't want to take up too much time. We have FRX. FRX is the Forex Trading Academy. So this is where you can go in. This is what I was talking about, Patrick Kenny. He's giving you market analysis. And, literally anybody can do this. It seems complicated, but we've come through, and we've made this very, very, very simplified. And, there's indicators, there's live teachers on all the indicators. So you can actually hop on, get these indicators that are spitting out trade ideas, learn how these indicators work, and you don't actually even need to see the teachers. I mean, I'd recommend going and watching these teachers absolutely 100%. I'm still spending an hour to 2 hours a day watching these teachers because they're always teaching me something. We have TBX, time-based trading, which is going to be what Jay is showing you in a little bit as well. He is the newest TBX educator. He's also on DCX, and he's going to show you the sauce of what we've been using. It's called Killshot right now. It was an indicator that Jay created and is now licensed by is being licensed by IM Academy, and it's changing the game for a lot of people. A lot of people get very one of the biggest things that I see from the people that I've been mentoring have been that they're trigger shy. They're very trigger shy of when to get into a trade. They don't know where to put their stop loss. They don't know where to put their take profit. This takes all the guessing out of that. This will literally pop an arrow down. The screen will change color. It'll change from blue to red or red to blue. It's not rocket science. And if you follow Jay's strategy, there's obviously more to it than that. Like, you don't want to be taking every trade. Jay's going to go over that in a second. DCX is the Crypto Academy. That's going to teach you how to safely buy crypto, not get scammed. You can day trade crypto. You can, we have the educators, Curtis and Mike, who pop on, who, they called out Solana at like 10 cents, which went up to $240. Like, they called out, ADA, like ADA, when it was at like 5 cents. Like, they're calling out these cryptos. They're spending every waking moment of their life researching crypto projects, which they think are going to do well. They spend all that time, and then they give that information to you in 1 hour, twice or 2 or 3 times a week. That has been so valuable to me. My crypto portfolio absolutely blew up last year. And they were also talking when the market was about to reverse, they were also on top of that too. So if you were in crypto and you took a bit of a loss, you didn't have to. If you have people that are constantly looking out for this stuff and you're showing up to class and you're following them, you can also make money on the way down for that too. You could have held your portfolio, you could have sold some, and then you could have rode the wave down if you were paying attention and going to your classes. TLX, this is one of my favorite things. I'm actually going to show you a couple clips of some things that I quickly looked up because I wanted to go to Italy, at the end of next summer after this next DJ season when I go back home. I'll show that to you in a second. ECX is what I was talking about, e-commerce, opening your online store. SFX stocks and futures, that's the one that I was talking about. Carolyn from MSNBC, I believe it was. I think that's the right network. Maybe I'm wrong, but also the Social Media Academy for anybody who wants to up their social media game and actually do it maybe as a side hustle, as a career. Teaches you how to make money while, to be a social media influencer, how to properly do it, how to direct traffic to your social media, how to build your network, because your network is your net worth. Whether it's be the people who are following you, the people that you surround yourself with. And then also one of my favorites, the MMX Academy. This was actually started by Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor, rest in peace. He was a partner of ours, and he started this Mindset Academy, but he did recently pass away. So he has passed the torch over to Alex Morton to take it over. And then we have a bunch of, we have Mel and Greg who are on there, absolutely amazing, who are basically just there for you to check yourself and to keep your mind straight. Because especially if you get into day trading, when you're trading, mindset is like 85-90% of it. I can give 100 people the exact same trades and you are going to get 100 different results, because people will close it too early. People will get greedy and not want to take profit, let it run. It's crazy when you actually get into it. It's mostly about your mind, which absolutely does need trading. Strategy. Oh, sorry, going the wrong way. So if you want to experience multiple academies, this is where, this is obviously something that is for people who really want to dive in and take advantage of this. Or even if you just want to go into just the travel stuff, there's also the I am powered package and the I am powered options, where you can pick 2 of these academies and you can even add a third if you want to. So, I mean, for me personally, I have FRX, SFX, because I want to watch. I'm learning about stocks. So is my girlfriend, and I'm also wanting to follow all of these teachers. And then I also have TLX. TLX is the Travel Lifestyle Experience Group, and that means that you're getting a free trip every year, which is worth more than how much you're paying into, every month. You get this trip every year. Plus, you're also getting these insane discounts on anything. It's basically like this. Is the best way to explain it. When Expedia or Hotels.com, when you book a trip through them, they get a price, and then they give you a price. So they're booking at volume. So the hotels give them this really good deal, and then they sell it to you and make a profit, and they keep the spread of it. So what this is you pay a membership instead. So instead of doing that, you get the group rate, and there's no markups. So instead of them keeping that spread and giving you this crappy rate, like I'll compare with some of this stuff to Hotels.com in a second here, but TLX gives you that competitive, like you are a travel agent rate, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So you can book trips, you can book cruises, you can book cars, and you always get that dealer rate. And if you're traveling like more than 1 day a month, if you're staying in a hotel more than 1 week a year, this saves you so much money. It's crazy. And then you get an anniversary trip every year, which gets better and better and better. I'm going to go over that in a second. Yeah. So the TLX main value components, the booking site, which I'm going to show you in a second. There's also group trips, which are heavily discounted. The next TLX group trip is Austria. It's skiing in the Australian. Wow, I'm not going to live that one down. It's a chalet in Austria. The hotel, I believe, was somewhere over $2,000 a night normally. And so for 4 nights with this group trip that everybody's going on, I believe it was like $600, and it was for 4 nights. Absolutely amazing, beautiful place. and it included a bunch of stuff like, you know, you got like your passes, all sorts of things. And those happen all the time where they have these different group trips, and then everybody kind of shows up, and we even like involve like some, you know, trading education and like all sorts of like guest speakers. So it turns into like a really good thing to go learn. If you want to show up to the educational stuff, you can. If you want to just go bum around in the hot tub and get drunk, you can do that too. It's no judgments. You know, it's your vacation. Then there's also the anytime trips. Anytime trips are just heavily discounted rates to go on all inclusives around the world. There's always something there. If you're like, oh, I want to go on a trip, you know, 2 weeks from now to, you know, Cabo, you can just go on there and be like, wow, I can save like 70%. You're paying like, it's ridiculous. Sometimes pennies on the dollar. It's absolutely insane. Also the anniversary trip, which I'm going to show you right now as well. So the anniversary trip. Here. These are the anniversary trips. So the longer you have this TLX membership, the better your trips get. So if you keep this membership, remember you were saving money on every time you travel already. So if you are keeping this membership, year one, you get a free a free trip to Mexico or Ibiza, depending on like, you know, what area you're in. You can fly to Ibiza, fly to Mexico, and you get, I believe, 4 days, 3 nights in a 5-star minimum hotel. The first place I believe they're negotiating with was the Mi Cabo and the Mi Ibiza. The place is about anywhere from $600 to $1,200 a night, and it's for 3 nights. So I mean, that's, you know, about $3,000 just on the hotel that it would cost you, and you get it for 100% for free. So it literally pays for all the money and more of your, you know, the monthly fee for TLX. The next year you have the option of going to Miami, Paris, or Thailand. Same thing, minimum 5-star, super fancy resort. I talked to Wes about this, and he said that I want to make these anniversary trips. I want to make these hotels to the point where people are like, there is no way I would be able to afford this on my own. Like, I would never be able to come here. Like, they want people taking selfies, being like, check out, this is the nicest hotel I've ever stayed at in my life. I can't believe, like, that's the kind of hotels, minimum 5-star, right? Minimum 5-star. That was what Wes was saying, the CEO and founder of TLX. So, you know, we got Greece, and, you know, if you're year 8, you're jumping over to, you know, an African safari. Bora Bora or the Maldives, they're looking at those ones that are right on the water. So, you know, they're obviously, these are for like lifetime customers. But Bora Bora is definitely on my bucket list. So we're calling this the bucket list trip, right? So anybody who wants to join in on this, we're all going to be going on our trips together. We're going to be doing this almost as a group trip, and super excited for this part of the adventure for the TLX. I'm going to show you a couple other things before we jump into that. This is the TLX booking portal. So once you have TLX, you can literally just jump in here. I just wanted, like I said, I was looking at Rome, and I wanted to, you know, find a couple places in Rome. So I was just checking out, you know, a few different options here and seeing some of the, for one, there was more availability. So I just quickly did this before the call. So first thing I looked for, okay, I was like, all right, let's look at the Dharma Luxury Hotel. Let's put these next to each other. Dharma Luxury Hotel was 50% off. It's a very nice hotel, and it was not even available on hotels.com. It was sold out. Second thing I looked for was the Hotel Lauriego. That's one that I wanted to, you know, just check out the price of, and it was not even available. So we've saved 43% on this one. Hotels.com didn't even list it. And so I'm still was looking, I'm like, gotta find an example of a percentage. So we found this one. This one is $579. The Residenza Key Bed and Breakfast on hotels.com. It was $219. So this is the kind of savings that you guys are getting. You're able to stay in like these really, really nice places, but you're able to stay at them at a much cheaper rate. And so, I mean, you know, if you've stayed there for a week, you're saving like $300 a night. And yeah, also cruises. If you're in Europe and you're wanting to just jump on a cruise to go from like one place to the other, if you're in Barcelona, I mean, $300 a 4-night cruise around Spain. That's crazy. $100 a night, and that pays for, all your food. If you've never been on a cruise before, I actually used to work for Princess Cruises and Norwegian Cruise Lines way back in the day when I was DJing, and it's a lot of fun. Everything is taken care of. I mean, some of them don't take care of your booze. I mean, I don't drink anyways, but it's pretty amazing to be able to just jump on one of these things. You can pick your port anywhere in the world. It'd be like, I want to come on to Barbados, I want to go to LA, and you're getting these crazy rates that nobody else has access to, all within the TLX platform. You also have rental cars. You can rent group hotels. These anytime trips, Terra Solis, Dubai, 50% off. Members save $88 per person. The tickets for this music festival, it's only $145 opposed to like 200 and something. This is the owners of Tomorrowland, the Terra Solis. So Tomorrowland partnered with us to do this event, which is amazing. So you get, if you go to Dubai, you can use the platform to book your hotels in Dubai, and then you get all these money off of your tickets as well. So that's also like almost $100 per person. 20% off all properties for the specific one. There's Italy, 20% off. TLX experiences you can rent. I mean, this is one in Mexico. Let's just click on it. I haven't even seen this one. This one is normally $1,000 a day. This is if you wanted to go and like have a big group of people. I believe this is like 6 bedrooms, so you could go with like 6 couples. $500 per day. So I mean, it would be, even if you had 10 people, it would be about $50 each per day, and you guys get your entire own mansion essentially. It's got your own pool, you're right on the beach, its own beautiful villa. It makes doing stuff like this a lot more affordable. And you can also do private yachts at a crazy discount. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now I want to talk about this is one of the things that I was talking about at the beginning, was how Chris Terry does not take a paycheck. So his entire vision for this was to help as many people as possible. So this is the scholarship program. So if you want to come in and if you want to take any of these courses, but you're like, I'd rather not. I'd rather get it for free. So after your first month, you can refer 2 other people. And as long as those 2 people are active, you will never pay your monthly fee. It's not like just for 1 month. It's not like you don't pay for just 1 month. As long as those people are active and they're in the school doing their education, you will never ever pay your monthly fee. And that's where some people stop. That's good enough for them. They get their education for free. They're doing what you want. They're doing what they want, and they're not having to pay for it. This is very popular with obviously like Uber, Airbnb, like, referral programs are everything, because person to person and direct, like marketing. If you tell somebody I ate at a really good restaurant, and that you actually trust them, then they are going to be more likely to eat at that restaurant over than you just seeing an ad for it, right? Just that person to person thing, it just works so much better, and personal referrals are always the way to go. Now, if you want to take that to the next level, if you want to add a different stream of income, an additional stream of income, first and foremost, I just want to clarify something, is that you do not have to refer anybody to this to make money. You can come in and you can trade, and you can learn how to trade well, and you can be profitable in the markets. And that's all you have to do. If you decide, if you were in this and you were like, this education is amazing, which you probably will be. So if you're looking and seeing the value in this, and if you find people that, you think that would also help, if you want to help other people do this, and you want to help other people better themselves and get an education and create passive income, create income where they can work from anywhere in the world, this is our independent business owner academy. Essentially, we have all the tools that you need to learn how to build a business online through referral marketing. So it starts with 3 customers. So after you have that 2 and free, you get a third one, and then you are a P150. So what that means is you're still paying your monthly fee, but when you have the third person, that means you can get switched to an IBO, independent business owner, which means you're now a partner with the company, and you now get paid $150 a month. Now, there's lots of different levels to this. So if you are someone like myself who saw the value in this, and I'm like, I can help more people. Like when this happened, when I started doing this was right at the beginning of COVID. And so all my friends in the nightclub industry were bouncers, they were DJs, they were people who lost their jobs. And I was like, this could help so many people because I already had trading experience. I was following Patrick Kenny. I was making money and my friends weren't. My friends were like, what am I going to do? I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. And I was like, I have something. And as soon as, I showed this to a few people, you'd be surprised after people start learning this. And once you actually start making money in the process, it's impossible not to talk about it. Once you get good, if you open an online store and you're getting, you're getting sales, if you're trading, you're getting sales, if you're buying stocks and your stock portfolio is going up, it's impossible not to talk about it. So I tell a lot of people, even if you don't want to do the networking part, and that's fine, you are going to accidentally talk about it. You are going to tell people who you care about most, and or you're going to talk to your Uber driver or whoever it is, because it actually does work. And it actually is one of the most valuable things that is going to be put in front of you. I can guarantee that. The compensation plan obviously goes up to, crazy levels. I myself, I'm a P5000. So over the last 3 years, I've probably helped close to about 300 people. Trading isn't for everybody. Not everybody is going to have the mindset to get through all the material. So some people come, some people go. But I mean, the people that stick with it really, really stick with it and they thrive. And so, I mean, right now I'm a P5000. And that means that I have $5,000 a month coming into me residually. So every week, every Friday, I get paid $1,250 essentially, or $1,240. So that means that I've got that money coming into me, which if I don't want to trade sometimes, I still have that money coming into me. So residual income, making money while you sleep, is one of the keys of life. And if you can make that money on top of it, again, this is optional. If you do want to do this, that option is there for you to make that money. And it is one of the best things ever when you get those emails being like, you just got paid and all you're doing is helping people. Like I literally have a call 3 or 4 days a week. Jay has his calls, and all we're doing is trying to level people up so they understand what they are doing in this industry and they understand how to take these trades properly and risk management and all that stuff. So to join our team today, I mean, the first package on any of these things, there's a base price where it's $199, and then there's a monthly fee. For the Empowered, it's an entirely different thing where you get the 2 packages. It's $275, and per month it's $250 per month. That's for 2 academies. That's the one that I really like because I like the travel thing. I have TLX on there as well as an add-on, and yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to introduce Jay Bonham. Jay Bonham is the one I was talking about before. He's going to be showing you this trading indicator called Killshot. Now, Jay has been one of the people that I've looked up to for a long time here. Now, he has been absolutely crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. He is the newest IM educator on not only TVX, but also DCX, and now FRX, I believe, starting soon, right? So he is an educator on all of these platforms. I wish I could talk about what he was doing in his trading account, but it's not compliant. We're not allowed to talk about that. But let's just say that his life will never be the same again. And he started only 3 years ago, not knowing anything. He knew absolutely nothing about trading 3 years ago. And he is now an educator on the world's biggest financial education platforms on the planet, the biggest. So he's come a long way. I'm super proud of him, and he's going to show you what we all came to see: how to use Killshot, and how simple it is, and how anybody can do it. So Jay, take it away, brother. Super blessed to have you on here.
Thanks, Ty. Thank you very much, and great job sharing TLX. It's an amazing bonus to what we have here. Also, good job with going through all the IBO stuff and understanding what residual income is, because if you have anybody here has residual bills, we should learn how to create residual income, because our bills come every month, so we should find income that comes every month as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I started here at the Academy 3.5 years ago. I had never traded before. I had never seen a candle. I had never seen a chart. I didn't know anything about it. I was actually quite annoying. My trading partner, Bryce Bowers, he got pretty annoyed with me in the beginning because I asked so many questions, but that's okay, because that's how we learn. It didn't take me long to get myself into a live account and get myself earning compound interest. Now, there's two types of people in this world. There's people who understand compound interest, and there's people who pay it. So we want to teach you guys to be people who understand how to make compound interest work for them, because everywhere you look in your life, compound interest is working against you. That's car payments, mortgages, credit cards, every single thing that we go and we think is moving us ahead in life by buying a home. There's companies making hundreds of thousands of dollars of us in interest. Mortgage, if anybody didn't know what the term mortgage stands for, it stands for death contract, which literally means you have that contract till you die, because you pay off the interest before you ever pay off the principal. We could go down that rabbit hole of finances, but what really happened here is I really went to look for a place to make money from my money. Now, I wasn't in a position where I needed to do that. I wasn't in a position where I was broke or any of those things. I had a digital marketing company, still have it. It just runs on its own, makes money. I got people working in it now. But when I first started here, I ran that thing on my own. And I was just trying to find a place where I could be more efficient with my money, where I could not be at my computer 10 to 12 hours a day to make just enough, make enough money. We had some money in the bank, but I was looking for a place where I could be as efficient as possible, where I could be at my computer for an hour or two a day and make the same money, just so I could live a different life. And it wasn't about the money at first. I mean, it still really isn't about the money as we come and we teach people and we get the fulfillment of watching people change their lives as well. But when I got here, I just wanted to have a different life. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to be like my mom told me, right? Go to school, get a good job, you live a good life. That was true for her. That was true in the world she grew up in. It's not true in my world. It's not true in ours. It's not true in the world. One income households can't survive, right? Married couples, they both have to have incomes. You have kids, your daycare costs and all these things. The world, inflation constantly grows, and the amount of money that companies pay out is getting less and less. So we need to find ways to make money from our money and take control of our income. That's what we get to do here. With this skill, I make money at will. I make money when I want. I make money when I feel like it. I make money an hour in a day. It went from, I'm going to figure out how to make what I made in a year in 6 months and double my income. Then it went from, I'm going to figure out what I made in a year, and I'm going to figure out how to do that in a month. And then it was a week, and now it's a day. And now I do lots of times make what I made in a year in a day. And that's because I spent my time just learning the skill. And on top of that, when I started to have great success and I came, really trading this thing coming out of a pandemic, an 18-month uptrend market was working with me, right? I wasn't working against me when I was trying to make money. So I realized, in those movements, we get on calls and we would all win together. And then people would get off calls and they would struggle. So what I had to do was kind of had to put my ego aside. I was what we call a naked Forex trader, which means all I did was trade off candles and charts. I had no indicators, no lines, no anything, but I couldn't teach people to see charts the way I did. So what I did, in order to become a better teacher and to become a better educator, I started to identify those things, how we find support and resistance levels, how we find trends, how we understand when to get into a trade and get out of it. And when I started to figure all that stuff out and started to teach all those things, I realized, with a little bit of my digital marketing background and some coding, I was like, I could probably make something that does all this on its own. And what happened was I created that. I then tested it for almost 8 months before I even brought it to the team. I wanted to make sure it worked. I wanted to make sure we had rules around it. I wanted to make sure people could have success with it. And then July of last year, I brought it to the team. After I brought it to the team, it didn't take long for everybody to start to win. And now as everybody starts to win, they share it with others. You know, Reese was here in the beginning. You know, he was here with me in the beginning. He came and tried and, you know, went his own way, and he did other things and came back when he got a chance to see Killshot and was like, holy crap. He's like, well, it's so easy now because we made it as easy as we possibly could so that people can come in right away, get control of the indicator and start to earn, so that while we're still learning, we're already earning. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple pieces of the indicator. I'm not going to get in too depth with it because, okay, oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Because there's some moving parts and it may look a little bit complicated, but it's actually as simple as these little arrows. Okay. So I'm going to show you some of these moves today that were very simple, very easy. Okay. We got on the chart here. This trade actually happened while we were on a call today, and I told everybody to take it. Okay. And this trade, okay, stop loss to here, 25 pips. This trade, if you held it, ran up here. Now, just how many people, put a 1 in the chat, how many people could take trades by following a blue triangle and a red triangle? Put a 1 in the chat if that is something that's possible for you. Okay. By seeing that, oh, there's a blue triangle. This is where I'm going to press the buy button. Oh, there's a red triangle. This is where I'm going to press the sell button. Okay. So 4 of us. Well, we're going to teach the rest of you to be able to do it too. There we go. Tina's in. Okay. So blue triangle, this thing ran. So if you want to talk a little bit about what this turns into, every 10 pips essentially is a 1% return of our account. This is a 21% potential in this one trade, in this one move. Okay. Now we got another one. Now we got a red, which means we take this on the way down. Broke the 238. Move our stop back to 25, which it never comes anywhere near. And this one runs 166 pips. This is a trade here that has a potential of a 17% return. Now let's go back to another signal. Okay. By now we would have stopped trading, and I did this morning because I hit my goals very early. We tell everybody to stay focused on compound interest. 3% a day is going to get you that return. Okay. Another signal. Back to these. I missed it. Back to these EMAs. Okay. Never hits it. There is a 8.5% return trade. And we have a short little one in here where there's this big green star and a support. This one actually probably would have been a loss, but by now we're out of this market. Then you have another buy here, which turns out to be a win. And then you have another sell that runs out till the end of close that turns out to also be a win. I was managing somebody through this trade today, somebody who's close to us. But if you guys can see colors, if you guys can see blue and red, you can win in the market. I have created this thing so that, you know, it's literally, as Ty said, literally colors on the screen. This is blue. We're going up. This is red. We're going down. This is blue. We're going up. Okay. Red, down, blue, up. That simple. If you can see colors, this can work for you. If you can't, just follow the direction of the triangle. Up and down. Okay. Pointing up, pointing down. It's that simple. Okay. So very, very easy. What we've created here makes it very, very, very easy for a beginner to get started, because you don't have to get in here and go and analyze for 6 months and figure out what trends are and support and resistance and how to enter here. It'll give you that fast track to put you in a position to win right away. Okay. And I teach 2 times a day. As I started FRX today, I teach 2 times a day. I'm in all 3 of the trading academies, except for the stock, except for SFX, which is stocks, which probably be in there soon because the girls who run it are using my indicator now as well. So that'll probably be next unless they start to teach it. So we will essentially be in every academy because it works for everything. And I can teach in any of it because I have gone through that path. I've walked the path. I have now set it up. So you guys just need to follow the science. You don't have to come in here and figure it out by yourself. Go to free, go to YouTube videos, go to and try and figure out how to make money in this market. I have put the blueprint onto a chart. You can use it all day long. You can use it for an hour. You can take your 3 to 5% and let it compound. And that is what we do. Now, I'm going to close this thing out. And just so you guys know, this is the best time you guys could be joining this team. Now, I'm a guy who talks about momentum. I'm a guy who talks about being with the right people and getting in this business, getting connected directly to Ty, being under Reese, and getting started with Gail. He is just getting started. He's literally been in a business now for like 5 days. He is just getting started. Anybody who knows him knows what he's going to do and what he's capable of. And he is going to explode. You want to be in a position to take advantage of it. And that doesn't mean I want you to come in and take advantage of Gail, but I want you to get yourself in a position, because if you do that and you say yes to him and you get yourself in that position, you are going to win by default. You're just going to win because you said yes and got into a position, because when it comes to growing this business, he's already done this in multiple other businesses. He's coming to do it now. You're going to put yourself in a position where you're just going to be there, and he's going to put people underneath you, which is going to put you in the next position to win. So I challenge you guys to go and have a conversation with Gail. Look at where you want to go. Where do you want to be? What does the next year look like? At the end of this year, what do you want to make? Do you want to be making $5,000 a month residual? You want to be making $10,000 a month trading? The only way any of that starts, the only way that life that you're looking for is possible is if you say yes. Is if you say, Gail, you know what, man? Let's do it. Let's go. Show me, get me in, get me connected. Let me start to learn to trade. Help me find people to help, and let's go work, and let's lock arms and let's run. Because there's only been a few times in this business, and it's only happened to me twice, and I'm a chairman 10. Okay. I'm a chairman 10, and I'm an educator, and I'm a 7-figure trader. You guys, I'm not supposed to talk about the money I make, but all those things are here. And if you want to do any of that, I can teach you how. Ty can teach you how to trade. If you want to do any of that, I can teach you how to become that person that earns that type of money a month and gets to live whatever life they want. Because Gail asked me to be here, and the timing isn't the best, but it's mid dinner time, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go jump on a Zoom. But I traded this morning for an hour. In 1 hour, I was done. My trade literally had to go 30 pips. I was like, cool, peace. And my 30 pips are enough for everybody. And so all I want you guys to do is to make a decision. And if you're going to make a decision, we're going all in. And one thing I always share with people is that Gail's going there with or without you. There's a spot for you. If you want to jump on and come with us and run, we got room. If not, get out of the way, because we're going there anyways. Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you for spending some time with us. DJ, spin those tunes. Make sure you reach out to Gail, and let's get this rolling. Let's go.
Have a great night, everyone, and talk soon.
You got the tunes there, Reese?